9 here again, at the shop. You guys have probably seen it, the failed attempt at swapping brake calipers. I mean, kind of a fail. I didn't know that the calipers on this were going to be junk like the ones on the black car, but they were. This car has lower miles, less rust. The rear end in it, and the diff, and the subframe and brakes came out of a car that did have rust. It was from Fargo, North Dakota. When I bought it, it was a rusty car. It had rust holes and everything. So I kind of should have figured that it was going to be rusty and all stuck and everything. And I looked into rebuilding the calipers, and I'm just going to buy new ones, but I don't know where I'm going to get them. I'm just going to get 1990 specific ones because I figured out that I ordered brake pads and a caliper hardware kit for a 90, and I think that they're different for every single year, like 90 and then 91 and 2, but 90 changed in between. I don't even know what the difference is. You probably could put these ones on my black one, no problem, but I'm going to get the ones made for the car. The only problem is do I get them for Rock Auto and pay the core and then send the core back? Or do I get it off like from O'Reilly's and then do they have a core? See, this is the thing, is all the places, it doesn't matter where I do this, I'm going to have to pay to have them shipped to my place because no one's going to have them. And there is no O'Reilly's anywhere close to me. The closest parts store we have is Auto Value and Napa and Part City, but I'm not going to Part City. It's not going to happen. So I guess I could check with those guys, but it's noon on a Saturday, and both those places are closed. So, it is what it is. That I can't afford to order calipers anymore because I've got all my money tied up in parts that I've bought, yada, 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 but the stuff for my sister's fiance's head. So, probably going to work on that today too, but first things first, take a trip over here. Got the Miller-Matic 212 out. And got her sort of kind of set up to what I need. I'm going to weld up some handles here I'm going to show you guys. Now these handles here are from a buddy of mine's dad's trailer. They've got the oddest setup. I actually need to weld that because there's a crack. That's hilarious. Anyways, this is what holds the door closed on the trailer. It's a fold down door that, say this is the trailer, this side. It folds down like this. And there's studs welded on it, and these hold the trailer closed. Like you twist it around and it's just stupid design. Well, my friend's brother lost one of the handles, so I stole one of his handles to make another one, and it's been like 6 months and I haven't finished them or returned them. But, you know, who's counting? So that's done. I'm sick and tired of coming here and sticking my hands in gloves that not only someone else uses, I don't really care, my dad and my uncle use it, but they always had like chunks of sand and metal. I don't like that. So I bought myself my own damn gloves. And I hope these are nice. They felt nice at the store, but that was a week ago. Anyway. Just over here destroying my gloves. This is the shit I hate. Does anyone else hate these damn things? I hate them. Just gonna break my teeth. It frickin' does not feel the greatest. Of course, today, of all days, I don't have my Leatherman with me. This is ridiculous. He's sitting right here the whole time. What an idiot. That was tough. That was really, really tough. So, anywho, throw this away. Actually, I don't need this either. I'm going to try and get this welder set up. One thing you should probably do Before anything else, get rid of this because it's just going to melt. Explosion, fire, fire, fire. I'm going to do that quick. So anyway, pretty much all this thing is a piece of angle iron bent up and then nut welded on it. I actually re-welded this nut on here. Or no, that's a new one. The old one was just junk. So what I'm going to do is weld one on there. It's probably going to prove to be a lot hard. Oh, brand new. Why? Every time. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Just for the moment, it's not staying there. And the dusty ass welding helmet of the day is whatever the Sam hell this is. Just kidding, I don't have a welding helmet of the day. I only got one. Actually there's two, but the other one's broken. Well, it's gone, I don't know what happened. Let's see if she works. Get the hell out of my way. Oh, she works. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this because I like being able to see. You know, I like my vision and things of that. God, this hair just, I need the haircut. No simple way around it. I have no clue what this needs to be dimmed to, but it's set on 10, so that'll have to do. So, now that my hat is just will not cooperate, set that way out of the way, lock this onto my skull, and it's just going to take off on me. We're going to try and reposition this camera deal so we can see what. So, I'm going to do this here. Yeah, it looks good. That should hold or not, I don't know. Okay, now we're good. I need to buy my own welding helmet. This is just stupid. Fire! We got a fire! Goof. Thinking that nut might be galvanized. In that case, I'm going to open the window. You think something's galvanized or something? Don't breathe. Burned right through the side there. Might have a little bit too much heat on there. She says to use, so I'm going to use it. Welding left hand when you're not left-handed doesn't work. Look, they're all hot and steamy and yellow and things. Burn ya. Let's fix that. I'm dying. Hope I don't blow through this. I don't know what just happened. That'll work. Yeah, you know, gob it on there. Woo! Let's take a trip outside, guys. So we're outside. We're about to go outside. It's beautiful besides all these stupid stink bugs or stupid frickin' box elder dying a hole all over the building, trying to get in the door. Just frig off. Scrap metals to step and fuck your shoe up. I need to get them parts inside. Yeah, I'm just hanging out, messing around. It's a nice day out. Nothing to do. Guess I could load some scrap metal up and get it ready to take in, but probably not. Probably not. Well, the reason I say that is because I got a car on the scrap trailer, and the car needs to come off, and it's got only 2 wheels on it, and I'm just yeah, depressing sight around here. No vehicles running that are worth driving, or if they do, I can't frickin' drive them because they need brakes or this or that or everything. So, you know, I can drive my truck though, but she gets about unlimited miles per gallon, but miles per gallon not really her best suit. Then again, what do you expect from a truck that lifted her head? Yeah, I never really put 2 and 2 together, but I found out the other day, I did the math, and the old Cummins lifted her head. So head bolt stretched, head's lifted, at least in one corner of the old 12 valve is lifted. I thought it was just well, I think it's a combination. It's leaking from a corner that they normally leak. It's the front passenger side. Yeah, it doesn't look any better. Yeah, it's the front passenger side, right above the oil cooler is where it's leaking. I've put stop leak in it, and that just doesn't do it. So another thing to add to the list. Yeah, another thing to add to the list. We'll get there eventually. Just time, money, money, time. Working on getting my Class A CDL, but not that it's a bad thing, but it's a really good thing, actually. I had a buddy, we're friends on Facebook. I'm not really sure how we became friends on Facebook. He owns a machine shop in Michigan, and he wants me to come out there, and he wants to teach me how to, the ropes of a shop, and, work with me, rather than most of the places just, you can't do the work, get out, or, I end up quitting because they just threaten to fire me so often that it's just like, wow, dude, you just... And that's the other thing is the first job I had, I didn't just up and like, oh, they're telling me I'm going to get replaced and just quit. No, no. What had happened was, excuse me, sorry, I think I got a cold, guys. I apologize. I took the job, showed up. I don't even know if I was there 2 weeks, and I was getting told, hey, you're just too slow, and if you don't speed up, I'll replace you. Excuse me, I'm burping too. It's just whenever you start a video, and I dealt with it, and I just heard that about every other day, and it finally got to a point where I had to go back to my college I worked and lived in Fargo, North Dakota. Had to drive to Bemidji, Minnesota. Just Google that and you'll figure out how long it takes. I did that every Monday or Wednesday. And I did it for 2 weeks. Like the last, excuse me, it was like the last 2 or 3, or no, maybe I did for 3 weeks. It was the last 2 or 3 weeks that I worked there. I did it, and I went to Bemidji. It was for engine balancing class that I essentially failed because this is what happened. We had the class, we have an engine balancer. The balancer broke. I had a 4-cylinder. You don't usually balance 4-cylinder stuff. You can, but you don't get any points at our school for it because you don't put bob weights on a 4-cylinder. So I said, screw it. I don't have any V8 stuff, so I'm not going to go out and buy nothing, and I don't really care about 350 small block Chevy stuff because that's all the program was based around. I was like, I don't care. I got this Mitsubishi 4G63 thing going, and I got an engine that should be able to handle about 800 horse. Top end's not done, but bottom end's done. It'll be a 700 or 800 horse bottom end, no problem. I'll probably do 657 with it, 758. I don't know, but so I was worried about doing that, and it just the line was so long to get onto the balancer that I couldn't do anything about it. And you needed like 3 or 4, so I said, "Is what it is." And I took the written test, passed that, but I didn't have enough shop time. So I was coming back for that. And one day I think I went on Wednesday. So Monday or Tuesday I put seats and guides in a inline 6 Ford for a Falcon engine. Falcon 6 or straight 6, slant 6. I think it's straight 6. Put in guides and seats. Cut the seats down, didn't cut them to the valves, and then that was at the end of the day. Then, because I always did all the bullshit. I did all the cleaning. Like if big oil pans for semis or something came in, I'd have to stop working on the cylinder head, go over to the pressure washer, put the pans in, let them run 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles, take them out, spray them off, and then they wouldn't be clean enough for my manager, so then I have to go over there and scrub them by hand. Then I'd finally get back to the cylinder head, and like a head or two would come in to be pressure tested, so then I'd have to stop that, go do pressure testing, and then, you know, and then someone would bring a cylinder head in with a broken off bolt or stud, and then I'd have to do that, but usually it wasn't just a broken off stud. It was a stud that was seized, then it broke off, then they drilled it, put an easy out in it, broke the easy out off, then put a nut on it, welded it, so I've got hardened material in it. They hardened it by welding, and it's broke off below the surface, and they drilled it crooked. So I'm sitting there solving all the world's issues, and then there's still a cylinder head sitting on the seat and guide machine where my buddy that I went to college with, who was working there as well, he was bitching at me to get that off while I'm trying to do all this stuff, and then the manager's like, "Chase, you need to hurry up and get that stuff done," and it's just like, I'm trying, dude.